I'm never wearing a shirt anymore for interviews. I don't have any sponsors. Reebok, get my deal complete, and then I'll wear a Reebok shirt. But until then, I'm not wearing nothing. I'm bossing up. Shit, I'm the champ. Why not? I can go shirtless. Right now, I kind of live in a box. I come to the gym, I go home. I come to the gym, I go home. I don't do very much socially, so I'm not really seeing all the things that comes with being a champion. Before, it was cool. When I was in New York, people kept giving me all kind of free shit. People want to be nice to you when you got a championship belt, I guess. I actually saw the punch from Anthony coming and wasn't able to get out of the way because he was so much quicker than I anticipated. The first time in my career that I've been knocked down. You know, man, he's an unbelievably powerful guy, man. Well, he tried to get me with the follow-up shot, which is normally the shot that puts you out. I was actually able to get behind him and take him down, which actually allowed me to really regain my mind and start to implement my game plan. I think he's a tremendous fighter, man. I've had great training. You know, obviously I have my guys, Luke, who now has a championship fight against Chris Weidman. He moves so well. Most guys in my weight division can't move like Luke, but Alex is one of those guys that actually does. Kane is good, man. Mentally, Kane's right where he needs to be. And when he gets the date, that dude will start preparing himself to regain his championship. And then Ruslan is a godsend. You know, the guy's 6'4.5", 245, 250 pounds. Unbelievable kickboxer with a sambo background, so he's not easy to take down. He's about as close to Alexander Gustafson as I was going to get. So having him for the last 2 months, he's been there for 8 weeks. It's been unbelievable. We're strong as ever. You know, we're reared up and ready to go, and still have hopes, and we aspire to still have 3 championships in this gym at the same time. I've actually been lifting weights a lot more. I lifted with Tony Castro a lot this training camp, and I got a new nutritionist, man. Fit VT, Dan Leaf, and I'm forgetting Mike's last name. Oh my goodness, he's with Cyborg right now. Wow. Dan, what's Mike's last name? George Lockhart. George, I'm calling him Mike. His name's George Lockhart. George Lockhart and Dan Leaf. These guys are great, man. Dan's been at my house for the last month, cooking my meals, preparing me, because you know there's no more IV in the UFC. Their expertise is oral rehydration. I've been training at the weight that I'm gonna fight longer than I normally would, which is unbelievable. I always try and reach out and pursue the best route for me to actually be successful, and I think these guys, it's exactly what I need. What I take away from Gustafson is you just can't allow him to get started. Once he gets started and he gets comfortable, then he's a handful, man. When you don't allow him to get his rhythm, you don't allow him to fight at a pace that he wants to fight, then he gets a little flustered. I know Phil Davis's fight with him was a long time ago. Phil just rushed him, and he never got comfortable. And by doing that, he ended up putting himself in a position where he got submitted. Then with Jones has a tendency to kind of lay back on you a little bit. Alex was able to find his groove, and you saw how tough it was for Jones to actually beat him. And then Rumble just never gave him a chance to get started. Rumble went right after him, never allowed Alex to get comfortable, and he lost that fight. All those fights where Alex is fighting where he wants to fight and how he's comfortable, he's a handful, man. He's one of the top 3 guys in the country, the world, for a reason. I want Jones to come back, you know. I'm not the only one that wants Jones to come back. I think Rashad does. I think Gustafson does. Bader does. Every guy, Anthony Johnson, every guy in the division should want him back, because they should want an opportunity to compete against a guy that's considered the greatest fighter of all time. He beat 8 of the toughest guys in the world. He deserves a chance to fight for gold right away when he gets back. With that being said, the rules, if they're broken, there should be a punishment. So I hope the punishment isn't too severe, but I think some sort of punishment would be also good for John too, because then he would realize that there's not a free pass for everything because of who he is. To each his own. You know, I have nothing negative to say about Conor. I think he's great. What he's done in this short period of time is unbelievable for what Conor McGregor has accomplished. If you have a niche and you're in it, exploit it. For me, it's about representing myself in the sport in the right kind of manner. I'm a father, I'm a fighter, I have a fiance, I'm an analyst, and I'm a guy that wants to represent the sport in the right kind of way. Mine isn't as boisterous as McGregor, but I will sell a fight because that's part of the job, so I understand. Hey, make sure you guys tune in UFC 192 live from Houston, Texas, Toyota Center. I defend my belt against Alexander Gustafson. This is a fight people want to see for a long time. You're gonna see it next weekend. I can't wait to give it to you. What's up, guys? This is Daniel Cormier, UFC light heavyweight champion, and you're watching The Shoot.